You see me? Alright, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to talk today about the Kingdom of Z. The Kingdom of Z, and we're going to talk a little bit about how it's set up. So this is the Kingdom of Z. If we notice our giant Z that's up on the board. Love King. Okay, I'll tell you a little about Kingdom of Z. The Kingdom of Z is actually ran by a king named King Henry Zimbabwe. Now, nobody likes to say Zimbabwe, so they just call him King Henry. He is a great king in the fact that it's a very rich kingdom, but he's a terrible king in the fact that he's the only one that's really rich in the kingdom. Alright, he's also not very liked for many reasons. He has 12 ex-wives. Okay, he's married-ish right now. He has 7 counties in the kingdom. And the reason he's disliked is he really likes to discriminate. So he wants to prove to everybody how much better he is than them. So he puts every single person in the county based off of how big they are and how much money they make. And what he does is he sets it up so the stronger you are, the bigger you are, the more money it's possible for you to make. So the people that aren't very big in the country don't really like that. Okay? Now, there's one thing. The reason he picked for the reason that people are to be big is he loves working out. Now, there's a lot of things that he's been reading that say that when you work out, it's really good to drink chocolate milk because chocolate milk gives you some protein, gives you back a lot of the things that you really need. Now, King Henry was first once married when he was just King Henry. He was married to a lady named Esmeralda. Esmeralda did not like when she walked in on King Henry with June, who was Esmeralda's sister, which you can understand why she wouldn't like that. So what do you think happened between King Henry and Esmeralda?
They got a divorce.
Close. King Henry cut her head off. What? So, now, since it is illegal for you to be married to a dead person, they did get a divorce. Yes, but he didn't want Esmeralda to say things like, oh, you know, he was cheating on me with my sister, and I'm going to beat him up, and he's a poop face, all that stuff. So he figured he just cut her head off, it'd be great. So that's what happened. He cut her head off. Oh, come on, serious. All right. So then nextly, what happened was, he started dating June. And then June, he really wanted to have a boy to take over the kingdom. June wasn't able to have a boy, so what do you think happened?
He cut
her head off. Because then now you can marry someone else. And this actually happened over 11 other people. Okay, and what happens when, Blake, would you like it if your sister got her head cut off?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but all the time? No, he wouldn't be very happy. So what would you do? You wouldn't like the king. So what would the king do to Blake? Cut his head off. So he's actually killed 12 different families in the kingdom. So there's really only 3 families left. So he's really getting down to it. Now, Shaniqua knew the other day that he walked in, he saw King Henry. Shaniqua's his wife now. Did I tell you that? Okay, Shaniqua, without the exclamation point, just Shaniqua. Shaniqua walked in, and King Henry was hanging out with a different lady. So what do you think's going to happen to Shaniqua? She's probably going to get her head cut off. Now, Shaniqua is very smart. So this morning when King Henry said, will you bring my chocolate milk, what do you think she did to her chocolate milk?
Poisoned it. And
She poisoned it, and King Henry died. So let's keep that story in mind when we're looking at this. So here's our kingdom. And it's a Z. Did we all draw the arrows? So we need to draw arrows pointing to the left on the top. We need an arrow pointing to the right on the bottom. So make sure you add those if you do not add those in. Okay, and I told you, King Henry put everybody in order of how much money they make. So on the bottom,